All right, y'all. So, once again, society has zero common sense and zero logic. I'm talking about, of course, the ISIS brides that are wanting to come back to America. And how in the hell is there any kind of movement to help these girls come here? And there's another one trying to go back to Great Britain. And there's people that are just like, oh, yeah, they made a mistake. Everybody deserves forgiveness. Fuck off. Okay? If Liam Neeson, can't tell a story about looking for a black man that attacked his friend 30 fucking years ago, which is before most people were freaking born. Newsflash, when people go back in time, like with Kavanaugh, Liam Neeson, and all that stuff, yeah, the further back you go, the worse society gets. Society changes over time, right? But, like people get crucified all the time. It's like literally at the same time we are crucifying Jussie Smollett for faking a hate crime. These girls flew across the planet to commit real sadistic hate crimes. Like beheading men and sons in front of the mothers and sisters for believing in the wrong sect of Islam. They're already Muslim. Behead them in front of their wives for being the wrong Muslim, right? Let's talk about, tying ropes around gay people and throwing them off a building to their deaths. How about burning people alive? How about the group of women who all got burned alive for refusing to be the sex slaves of the men they went to go get married to? One of them 3 times, the other one 5 times. And you're going to sit there and watch women get burned alive for not being your husband's sex slave. One of them, in her fucking victim story, talking about how horrible it was, said a woman was executed right outside her door. Well, let's think about that one a minute. Why was she executed on your porch? Oh, you had something to do with it. Oh, but, just scrub that part out, right? And what's worse is they're using their babies as an excuse now, too. Like, I was a foolish little girl, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't mock their accent, but these people are every bit deserving of mocking. Because this girl, in her thick accent, like she didn't grow up in Britain, okay? This is how it's so pathological. They're American citizen. The one's an American citizen. The other one's a citizen of Britain, and they're sitting there and they are talking in this accent that is so fake. Like, right? Shouldn't you be speaking a little bit of British, or perhaps maybe if you're from Alabama, then there's the Bama accent. Yeah, I went and I joined ISIS, and we went and we beheaded people, and it was real bloody. Alabama, as in Forrest Gump, as in get back to Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, shit happens sometimes, No, they're sitting there, they are literally faking an accent. It's unfucking believable and pathological, right? You were British 5 years ago. You were American 5 years ago. And they're like, I was brainwashed. Like, shit, okay, 5 years ago you were doing what? Okay, when most of us were in school, what was our, what was our mistakes, right? Getting into mom and dad's liquor cabinet, smoking a joint, smoking a cigar, grabbing a boobie, grabbing a penis, second base, third base, home run, right? First time you got to play with genitals. First time you hop in an airplane and fly halfway across the globe and burn people alive because of their religious views slightly differ from yours. Or how about executing people with power drills? How about strapping lots of explosives to people and blowing them up? Or better yet, how about that one where they made people bend over the explosives and watch the explosives go off that killed them? There's that. How about the regularly scheduled broadcasting of beheadings? Which, arguably, it's arguable if they were fake or real. No. All that time, they didn't want to come home. Now they're defeated, and they're in a prison camp. And now that they're in a prison camp, they want to come home. Okay? So before any of you voice any sympathy for these women, I'm going to tell you this. Any sympathizers for them, get the fuck off my channel. My channel is not big enough for me to even worry about saying that shit. Okay? Anyone who feels sorry for an accent faking beheader can get lost. Get lost. I don't want to hear your comments. Okay? So how is it, back to the point of this video, how is it that there's even a support base for these women? It's simple. Narcissism, as you could expect. Why? Because how else to look exudingly sympathetic? How else to look exudingly empathetic when you're not? Okay? How else to fake that? Oh, I've got an idea. I've got such a big heart, and I am so forgiving that I can forgive these little girls for their mistakes because they were brainwashed. They were little girls, and little girls can do no wrong when they're brainwashed and married 5 times and reproduce with these guys and burn women for not being their husband's sex slaves. You know, I feel bad. I feel so bad for these girls because they were brainwashed into believing that was okay until they got captured and put in a prison camp. And then they're like, oh my God, this was totally not okay. We had to eat grass. Like literally one of them is telling the sob story that we literally had to eat grass. You'll tell that to the people you just fucking burned alive and blew up. I'm sure they would love a nice big bowl of grass to still fucking be here. No. So that's what this comes down to. The only people that support these girls are the ones who are narcissistically wanting to show just how forgiving they are, how understanding they can be, while at the same time, you know, crucifying Jussie Smollett, justifying a teenager in a MAGA hat for staring down a Native American without backing down. Like that's a fucked up thing. You want to know something? This is how fucked the media is. This is how fucked this country is. The fact that you can literally join a terror group and want to come home and you get better treatment than a fucking teenager wearing a red hat that says, "Make America Great Again." Let that sink in. You can go execute people, burn them alive, throw them off buildings, strap explosives to children. You can blow up Manchester. You can drive over people in huge trucks. You can send your little tweets, hey, my fellow jihadis, Do drive-bys, run people over with trucks, crush the infidel, fill the streets with blood. You know what? We can forgive that. But not a white kid in a red hat that says, "Make America Great Again," when a Native American's beating a drum in his face. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's fucked. That is absolutely fucked. How for the media, they'll crucify whoever the fuck they want. And then I don't even know why we're hearing this, right? Why are they even showing this? It comes back to the fact that they need clicks. They need to piss people off to get the clicks. That's what it is. There's no values. None of this stuff is based on values. None of this stuff is based on patriotism or common sense. None of it. It's all to get people to click. And ISIS bride wants to come home? What the fuck? Beep. That's precisely what it is with the media. And the people who support it are the narcissists who want to look so woke. It's all about looking woke, whatever the fuck that means. I gotta put the cursing on hold. What you want?
Apple.
You want an apple? Okay. Daddy's talking to the nice internet people right now, okay? I'll bring you an apple in a minute, sweetie, okay?
Is the picture photo?
What?
That's the picture photo.
Yes, that's the picture photo. Okay, go play, alright? Bye. Yeah, that's how fucked this country is. Anyways, well, I guess I got the wind taken out of my sails there. I've got to go cut up an apple. Snack bitch. That's me. I'm the snack bitch tonight. So, anyways, all this to wrap it up. This is once again how the internet is a polluted place. The internet it's information pollution. It's not the information superhighway anymore. It's the information dirt a road. I don't know. I got nothing. I'll come up with something clever. I can promise you it'll be at 3 a.m. this morning whenever I sit straight up in bed in a cold sweat. Internet generic awesome witty term. You know, that's when it's going to happen. So, but yeah, just to wrap it up once again, like, welcome to the age in 2019 where the news is strictly what pisses people off. And strictly people posturing to look good. That's all it is. We're going to give you stuff that pisses everybody off, and then everybody can virtue signal and choose how to look. It's dress up. It's dress up. Anyways, thank you very much for listening. Please like, comment, or share, unless you're a sympathizer for ISIS, in which case, I don't know, strap a bomb to your face and do the world a favor. So thanks again, and I'll see you on another video.